I shouldn't have trusted that shortcut. Not because it was dark, not because the road looked abandoned, but because the moment I turned onto it, everything went quiet. Unnaturally quiet. It was almost 11:30 p.m. I was driving home after a long shift, exhausted, half awake, just wanting my bed. My GPS recalculated and suggested a shortcut 8 minutes shorter. I hesitated for maybe 2 seconds. 8 minutes felt worth it. The turn was easy to miss. No street light, just a narrow road breaking off from the main one, swallowed by trees. The moment I entered it, my headlights seemed weaker, like they were being absorbed by the darkness instead of cutting through it. The asphalt was cracked, uneven. Leaves covered most of it, wet and shiny like they'd been there for years. No houses, no signs, no noise. I told myself it was just an old road. A forgotten one. After a minute, my GPS froze. The blue line disappeared, then the signal bars dropped to 0. That's when I felt the first real wave of unease. I checked my mirrors, nothing, just trees, endless, leaning trees. The road twisted more than it should have. Every turn felt slightly too sharp, slightly wrong. I slowed down. My tires crunched over gravel even though this was supposed to be asphalt. Then I saw it, a car, parked on the side of the road. No lights, no hazard signals, just sitting there, half off the road, like it had been abandoned mid-drive. As I passed it, my headlights briefly illuminated the inside. The driver's seat was empty, but the passenger seat was pushed all the way back, like someone very tall had been sitting there. I didn't stop. I didn't even slow down. A few seconds later, I noticed something worse. The road behind me looked different, the turn I had just taken gone. In my rearview mirror, the road was straight, no curve, no parked car. I told myself it was stress, fatigue, my brain playing tricks on me. Then I heard it, a soft sound, like breathing, not loud, not close, just a present. Inside the car, I turned off the radio instantly. My heart was pounding so hard I could feel it in my throat. I held my breath and listened. The sound continued, slow, controlled, breathing that didn't match mine. I whispered, "Hello." The breathing stopped. At that exact moment, my headlights flickered. And when they stabilized, there was something in the road ahead. A figure, standing dead center, too thin, too tall. Its arms hung lower than they should have, almost reaching its knees. I slammed the brakes. The car skidded to a stop just a few feet away. The figure didn't move, didn't react. I couldn't see its face, just darkness where it should have been. The longer I stared, the more my vision felt distorted, like my eyes couldn't agree on what they were seeing. Then it took one step forward. I didn't think. I hit the gas. The car surged forward, and for a split second I was sure I'd hit it. But there was no impact. I checked the mirrors again. Nothing. The road ahead opened up suddenly, spilling me back onto a familiar street, streetlights, signs, normality. I didn't slow down until I reached home. I sat in my driveway for a long time, hands shaking, engine still running. I didn't tell anyone. I convinced myself it was exhaustion. Weeks passed. Then one night, I was driving with a friend. Same city, different route. My GPS rerouted. Shortcut, it suggested. My stomach dropped. I glanced at the screen. Same name, same estimated time saved. I laughed it off and ignored it. My friend looked at me and said, "Why are you shaking?" Before I could answer, the radio turned on by itself. Static, then a sound came through, breathing, slow, controlled, exactly like before. My friend turned pale. "Do you hear that?" I slammed the brakes and pulled over. The breathing stopped. Silence filled the car. Neither of us spoke. When I checked the GPS history later, that shortcut didn't exist. No road name, no record, like it had never been there. But sometimes, late at night, when I'm driving alone, my GPS recalculates, and for just a second, it offers me the same shortcut again. I didn't tell my friend everything that night. I couldn't. How do you explain something you barely understand yourself? We drove the rest of the way in silence, no radio, no jokes. Just the sound of tires on asphalt and the quiet fear sitting between us. After that, I avoided driving at night whenever I could. I took longer routes, busier roads, anywhere with lights and people. For a while, it worked, then the dreams started. I was always driving, always alone, always following the GPS. In the dreams, I never questioned the shortcut. I took it willingly. And every time, just before I woke up, I'd see something in the rearview mirror, not a face, a shape to close. I started waking up with my heart racing, my ears ringing with that same slow breathing. Sometimes I'd swear I could still hear it even after I was fully awake. Months passed. One night, I checked my car before leaving work, something I'd never done before. Tires, doors, backseat, empty. As I pulled onto the main road, my phone buzzed. GPS notification. Shortcut available. I didn't even look at the screen. I turned it off completely and tossed the phone onto the passenger seat. That's when I noticed something. The passenger seat was pushed all the way back. Farther than I ever set it, my hands tightened on the steering wheel. I told myself not to panic, told myself I must have moved it without remembering. Then the car filled with a familiar sound, breathing, right beside me. Not coming from the radio, not from outside, inside the car. I didn't turn my head, I didn't dare. My windows fogged slightly, even though it wasn't cold. And in the reflection of the windshield, I saw it, not clearly, not fully. Just the suggestion of a shape where no one should have been, too tall to sit properly. Had tilted at an unnatural angle, the breathing stopped. A voice whispered so close it felt like it brushed my ear. You almost trusted it again. I slammed the brakes. The car jerked to a stop in the middle of the road. When I looked to my right, the seat was empty. The air felt normal. The night sounded normal. Cars passed by. People lived their lives. I sat there shaking, knowing one thing for sure. That shortcut wasn't a road, it was an invitation. And whatever followed me that first night didn't need the shortcut anymore, because now it knew the way. If you're still here, and you felt that moment too, maybe don't drive alone tonight. And if you want to hear more real stories like this, subscribe, because some shortcuts follow you back.